Good morning. I'm Purnima, and once again, I'm continue with the lesson Yvonne tries an O level. This is chapter number 7 from your book Vistas. I've already discussed with you children the secretary of the examination and the governor of the Oxford jail. They had a talk about a prisoner who was interested in giving O level German examination. They both discussed, and finally, the secretary had given permission to the government that the prisoner Yvonne can appear in the examination. For the smooth conduction of the examination, everything was discussed, the timing, and two special prison officers, Mr. Jackson and Ms. Stephenson, were also elected so they could have a watch on him. Timing, who will bring the question paper. If any correction is there, then the correction slip will be there along with the question paper. Everything was discussed. Even the place was discussed, and finally it was decided that Yvonne will sit in the cell, a special cell, and from there he will be giving the examination. Only two people will be there in the cell, that is one is will be the invigilator, and the other will be the examinee itself. So these two people, the examinee himself and Mr. McCleary, he was the invigilator of the examination from St. Mary Church. He was actually a person. Person means priest. So these two people were only allowed in the examination room. The examination room was a special cell arranged by the governor of the Oxford prison. So now, children, the invigilator of the examination had already arrived in the jail, and he is going towards the cell, accompanied by the prison officer. So now let's continue the lesson. Now, children, I am starting from here. Stephens nodded again, and McCleary, his feet clenching up the iron stair. Now, children, it was the invigilator who had arrived now, and his feet clanging up the iron stair. That means through the iron stair, he is going to that place where the examinee, that means the person who had to write the examination, was sitting. Following his new guide. Now his new guide was Mr. Stephenson. He was going towards the cell of Yvonne with him, and finally stood before a cell door. Now, children, the cell has come, and he was standing in front of the cell door, where Stephenson opened the peephole and looked through. Now Mr. Stephens, he opened the peephole first and looked through it, and then he told him, "That's him, sir." Now he showed him to Mr. McCleary also, and he told him, "That is the person, that's him." That means he is Yvonne, and he is the person who is going to give his examination. Yvonne, facing the door, sat quietly at the farther of the two tables. Now, children, two tables were there, and the person, that person Yvonne, he was sitting quietly at the farther of the two table. His whole attention riveted to a textbook of elementary German grammar. Now, children, he this is a new word here, riveted. Okay, this is a new word. So riveted means fixed. So his whole attention, he was sitting quietly, and his whole attention was fixed to a textbook of elementary German grammar. Stephens took the key from its ring, and the cell lock sprang back with a thudded metallic twang. Now, children, he opened the door, and a thudded metallic twang, that means when we open the lock, a thud sound, metallic sound is heard. So that sound was heard. Now he had already opened the door. Now we are here in page number 76. So I am going to start from here. Now, children, you have to note one thing, that you have to remember all the timing. And now it is important part of the lesson is there. Now you have to read very carefully that what actually Ivan is doing. Is he serious in giving his examination, or he is something on other? So it was 9:10 a.m. when the governor switched on the receiver. He had instructed Jackson to tell Evans of the temporary little precaution. So it was 9:10 a.m. when the governor switched on the receiver. Now governor, he also switched on the receiver, and he had instructed Jackson to tell Evan of the temporary little precaution. Now he already instructed Officer Jackson to tell about the precautions taken in the examination. That was only fair, as if Evans would not spot it. But wasn't it all a bit theatrical? Now, children, he was thinking that how very theatrical everything looked. Theatrical means so false, and he is not a schoolboy. He himself is a matured person. How on earth was Yvonne going to try anything on today? Then, children, the governor started thinking of the safety of the jail. That he was worried because already Yvonne had come out from the jail 3 times. He was known as the jail Yvonne, the jailbird. So he was again worried, suppose he do something like that. But then he ensured himself actually Evan's name. He started thinking that why should he try like that? If he would have tried that, he should have tried from the recreational block. It was much easier for him to run from there, but he did not even went there. But he did not even go there to the recreational box, and there he was now sitting in a locked cell. And now he is sitting in his special cell, which is locked from both the side, and all the prison officer on the alert. Now he is thinking that all the prison officer along with himself, they were alert. 2 more locked door between his cell and the yard. Now he is thinking, children, that there are 2 locked door, and there are many of prison officer who are, everybody is alert. 2 special officer he has appointed to keep an eye on Ivan, so he is less worried now. And he is also telling 2 more locked door. Two more locked door between his cell and the yard, and a yard with a wall as high as a haystack. Now he's also started thinking about the wall. He knew that the wall is very high as a haystack, and Yvonne was safe his house, and Yvonne there is a full safety for Yvonne. He cannot run also, and he will be safe there. Nobody can come and take him also. Anyway, it would not be any trouble at all to have the receiver turn on for the next couple of hours or so. But anyway, even he was having a keen watch on Yvonne. He turned on the receiver of his phone. It wasn't as if there was going to be anything to listen to, was it? Almost other thing. And invigilator duty was to ensure that the strictest silence was observed. Now, children, he thought everything is right, and then he had his phone, which would be turned on for the next couple of hours, and he was making sure that there should be silence in the cell, and it was the invigilator duty to maintain the strict silence. So that was also observed by him. Nobody was speaking, but still that little nagging doubt, might Yvonne try to take advantage of McClary? Now, children, he still had one doubt. He thought, if Mr. McClary has brought something, so Yvonne can try to take advantage of Mr. McClary. He get him to smuggle in a chisel or 2 or a rope ladder. So he is thinking that he might be attacked. Okay, he might be nagged by Mr. McClary. He might be nagged or attacked by Yvonne. So he was a bit worried. The governor sat up sharply. Now, children, the governor, he also sat up sharply. That means in a very alert manner. He was watching, he was hearing very carefully through his receiver of the phone. It was all very well getting rid of any potential weapon that Yvonne could have used. Now he was thinking Yvonne must have not any weapon with him. But what about McClary? What if quite unwittingly the innocent McClary had brought in something himself? Now children, he knew that Yvonne don't have any weapon because they have thoroughly checked it. But what about McClary? Suppose if he had bought any weapons with him like jackknife. Children, jackknife is a big knife which can be folded. Okay, so he thought accidentally, suppose he must have brought then. And what if Yvonne held him hostage with such a weapon? Now he's telling what would happen if Yvonne will hold him hostage with such a weapon. Now the government, the governor reached for the phone. It was 9:12 a.m. Now the governor had reached for the phone. It was 9:12 a.m. The examinee and the invigilator had already been introduced by Stephens. When Jackson came back and shouted to McLeary through the cell door, "Can you come outside a minute, sir? You too, Stephens." Now children, now the time has coming closer for the examination. Okay, it was 9:12 a.m. The examinee and the governor both were introduced by Stephenson. And when Jackson came back and shouted to McClary through the cell door, "Can you come outside a minute, sir? You too, Stephens." Now, children, McClary, now when this thing came in Garner mind that McClary must be having some weapon, he must have bought some weapon accidentally, so he thought that he should also be checked. So the examinee and the invigilator, they had already been introduced by Stephenson. But when Jackson came back and he shouted to McClary through the cell door, "Can you come outside a minute, sir? You too, Stephens." Now, Mr. McClary and Officer Stephens was called out from the cell for a moment. Jackson quickly explained the governor worries. Now, children, Jackson quickly explained the governor's worries, and McClary patiently held out his arm and shoulder level whistle. Jack lightly fixed his clothes. Now, Stephenson told Jackson about the governor's worries, and he told him that he should also be examined. Suppose if he had bought any weapon, so he might be himself be in trouble. So he told Jackson to search McClary also properly. Well, Jackson quickly explained the governor worries, and McClary patiently held out his arm at shoulder level while Jackson lightly frisked his clothes. Now let me tell you what is the meaning of frisking. Now children, pass hand and over all the clothes to search him. And since Garner was worried, and it was allowed to Jackson to do frisking for Mr. McClary, so he was being frisked. Frisked means, I told you just now, he was his clothes was searched thoroughly by passing his hand all over his clothes to search if anything is there or not. Now he felt something hard there, and he told, "Sir, what is this?" "My reading glasses." What did McClary told? He told, my ma reading glasses. The ma is not mother here, but ma is my. He told, my reading glasses, replied McClary, looking down at the spectacle case. Now, children, he was looking at the spectacle case. Jackson quickly reassured him and bending down on the landing, thumb flicked the catches on the suitcase. Thumb flicked is made something. Okay, the catches are the book on the suitcase. Now, children, now he started searching. First, he had frisked him, Mr. McClary, and now he is searching suitcases. And Jackson quickly reassured him. He started giving assurance that nothing we are not doing to insult you, but it is the order just for our safety. We are doing all this thing. Now he's taking his suitcase. Well, now we are in page number 77 here. Now, children, inside the suitcase there were many envelopes. One of the envelope was there. It was picked up. Okay, few envelopes were there, so he picked up each envelope and carefully passed his palm along their surfaces. All he touched the surface of each envelope, making sure whether it is not having something like that, and he seemed satisfied. He refilled cursorily through a few pages of Holy Writ. Holy Writ is a Bible. So, children, refilled is quickly turn the pages. This is a new word. Okay, this thing. Refilled. Refilled means quickly turn over the pages of his home. Some important holy writings were there, and vaguely shook the church time. Now, vaguely means slightly. The meaning of vaguely is slightly. And children, he slightly, in a very light manner, a book was there. What was the name of the book? The Church Time. So that he just vaguely shook it, and nothing was there. Everything was all right so far, but one of the objects in McClary's suitcase was puzzling him so sorely. Now, children, everything was all right, but one thing, he was not able to, when he saw that thing, he was not able to satisfied. In fact, he was not knowing that why he has brought that thing with him. So he started asking. He asked him, do you mind telling me what you have brought this? What he had asked, do you mind telling me why you have brought this? Now, children, let me tell you what was that first. Then only you will understand. He held up a smallish, semi-inflated rubber ring. Now, children, it was a semi-inflated. Inflated means what to say? It's like a swollen. Okay, rubber ring. It was a rubber ring. Children, did you have you seen the ring which the children put around their waist when they learn swimming? So it was something like that. So he's asking that why have you bought that smallish semi-inflated rubber ring? Such as young child with a waist of about 12 inches might have struggled into. So, and children, the size also you can guess. Okay, it was a young child, okay, who is having a small waist of about 12 inches. So that was the size of that rubber ring. He is telling that you thinking of going for a swim. Now the officer just joked him that you are also thinking of going for a swim here. Well, Now here I'm here, children, and he's starting from here. McCleary, hitherto amiable D. Manure was slightly ruffled by this taster's little pleasantry. Now, Mr. McCleary, hitherto. Okay, hitherto means, please note down the meaning of this new word. There are two words I am telling you. These three new words are there, and please note down the meaning. Hitherto means before this. Amiable, I think everybody knows, it's very common from so many times I'm teaching you. Amiable means friendly. And D. Manure means behavior. So Mr. McCleary, so before this he had a friendly behavior, was slightly ruffled. He was a bit disturbed because Mr. McCleary was treated in a very nice manner, and he never thought that he would be thoroughly checked in this manner. So he was, before this he was everybody was quite friendly and a nice behavior, but was a bit ruffled means disturbed by this tasteless little pleasantry, that it was beyond his taste. Tasteless means unpleasant thing. Okay, and all those things which was done to him now, checking his frisking him, checking his books, asking about that rubber tube, it was a tasteless means he did not like all those things. And he answered Jackson somewhat sorely. If he must know, I suffer from hemorrhoids, and when I'm sitting down for any length of time. Now, children, this is a bit difficult expression, and I will be telling you about this. Now, children, he told, I have bought this rubber tube because I am suffering from hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoid is a disease, children. It's a disease of bile. Now, children, when a person sits for a sits to for a potty, then the blood come out from that portion. So this disease is known as piles, and he feels a pain there. So he tells he, I am sufferer of a pile, and when I have to sit, then I have to take the help of this rubber tube, and that's why I have to bring. Very sorry, sir. I did not mean to. Now, children, the embarrassment was still reddening Jackson's cheek. Now, when Jackson heard this, he felt very embarrassed, and he asked sorry. Okay. He asked sorry from Mr. McCleary. When he heard that he is suffering from piles, he told him, oh, I am very sorry, and I did not mean to. Means something not completed. The embarrassment was still reddening Jackson's cheeks. Now he was so embarrassed that why did he ask about it, and it was still reddening Jackson's cheeks when he found the paper knife at the bottom of the case. I think I would better keep this, though, if you don't mind that, is sir. Now, children, finally he found a paper knife, that means the knife to open the envelopes and everything. So he told me this is not allowed, and only thing I am keeping this thing, and please don't mind it because it is his duty. Now, children, again I am telling you to be careful with the timing which is given here. So it was 9:18 a.m. now before the governor heard their voice again, and it was clear that the examination was going to be more than a little late in getting underway. Now, children, all this frisking and checking of Yvonne, bringing McCleary to the jail, and then searching McCleary also, it took a little more time, so they were already late now. Now it was 9:18 a.m. before the governor heard their voices again. Now, children, governor, he was keen. Now, I told you McCleary was taken outside the prison, outside the cell for the frisking. Now he was here, and now governor can heard them talking through the receiver of his phone. Now, what did he heard? McClary, you have got a watch? Yvonne, yes sir. Now McClary asked him, are you having a watch? He is telling, yes sir. McClary, I will be telling you when to start and again when you have 5 minutes left. Now McClary gave him some instruction. He told that after distributing him the question paper and the answer script, he will tell him when to start and when you have 5 minutes left. Okay, now then there was a silence. McClary, there's plenty more. Oh, this writing paper, should you need it? Now children, he is telling I have extra sheets also for writing examination. Again silence, that means Yvonne was not answering him. McClary, now write the name of the paper 0211 in the top left hand corner. Now McClary has started giving him the instruction. Now he told that you have to write the name of the paper. What is the name of the paper? What is the code of the paper, children? I think you know that every paper has a name. So this paper also have a name or a code. So he told to write the name of the paper, that is 021-1 in the top left hand corner. There was a silence. McClary, in the top right hand corner write your index number 313 and in the box just below that write your center number 271A, right. Children, this I'm underlining with red, that means it is very very important and you will not know now, but afterward you will know that why I have this whole line is very important. Okay, now whenever I will mark something with the red, that is very important, you cannot escape that. In the top right now, the Mr. McClary, he is giving him instruction. In the top right hand corner write your index number 313 and in the box just below that write your center number 271A, right. Now children, he had given him to write his index number. What was his index number? 313, and a box was there just below that where he had to write his center number. What was his center number? 271A, right. He told, actually told him, I hope you have heard everything is right. Now we will come to page number 78. Now the timing, see the timing. After giving instruction and after telling him to write, he told that now the timing is 9:20. Now the examination is going to begin. McClary, I am going to. Yvonne is not going to stay here, is he? Now children, this line is also important. There are double meaning here. Now McClary wanted to say, I'm now going to. Now Yvonne is saying, he is not going to stay. There is E. Now children, there are certain code word or the manner in which he was talking. What is the meaning? Let me tell you. E is he, is not going to stay. E-R-E, ear means here. He is not going to stay here. Is E is he. So he is not going to stay here, is he? I don't know about that. Now the sentence were incomplete. Stephens, Mr. Jackson given me strict instruction to. Now children, then suddenly Stephenson come and he wanted to tell something. I think he wanted to tell them to keep quiet and not to talk. So he's telling, Mr. Jackson given me strict instruction to. Now he was not able to complete and suddenly it was Yvonne who had spoken. Now what he's saying, that how am I supposed to concentrate on my exam with someone breathing down my neck. Now he's telling ki how I'm going to pay attention when someone is always disturbing me, and someone is always breathing, means that when somebody is always disturbing him. Down my neck, that means that somebody is always near me and he's always disturbing me. Christ, sorry sir, I did not mean that. Then children, he realized he's talking to the prison officer, and he told Christ means, oh God, sorry sir, I did not, because he was getting disturbed. Now he is directly is asking sorry. Well children, with this I complete my video here, and thank you and have a nice day ahead. And please wait, the next part of the video will be interesting. Go through it once again, and thank you and have a nice day ahead. Okay, so I end my video here. Bye bye.